Hey guys, and welcome back to Let's Play Ocarina of Time. We're ready to start the Fire Temple, and Link's wiping off the sweat because it is blistering hot in here, so let's get going. So the Fire Temple is actually really not that bad. All things considered, I'd say this is probably the easiest of the temples we're going to be facing. Just kind of personal opinion, because I remember when I was a kid, I had pretty much no problems getting through here. So first off, we might want to deal with these fire keys. They're a little bit irritating. As you can see, we've got a locked door over there, which we can't do anything with, so this is basically the only way forward for the time being. And when we walk in... Ah, look who it is. It's the big man himself. Who's there? Is that you, Link? Oh, it really is Link. You've grown so big since I last saw you. I want to have a man-to-man talk with you, but now's not the time. Ganondorf is causing trouble on Death Mountain again. He has revived the evil ancient dragon Volvagia. On top of that, he is going to feed my people to that evil dragon as a warning to other races that might resist him. If that fire-breathing dragon escapes from the mountain, all of Hyrule will become a burning wasteland. I will go on ahead to try to seal up the evil dragon. I'm concerned, though, because I don't have the legendary hammer, but I have no choice. Link, I'm asking you to do this as my sworn brother. While I'm trying to deal with the dragon, please save my people. The prisoner cells are in the opposite direction. I'm counting on you, Link. No, don't go. We can save the people together and then fight the dragon together. It makes more sense than splitting up, but oh well, there he goes. Yeah, so right there, actually, is the boss door. What do you know? So we can't get to it yet, of course, because we don't have the boss key, so we're going to have to go all around the dungeon first. He said the prisoner cells were in the opposite direction, but we actually want to come over here first because there is one in this room that he just neglected to tell us about, I suppose. Kind of want to make our way around the side here. There's a switch, as you can see, with the Goron in a cell. So we open it up, and that will free the guy. We can talk to him. Are you releasing me? Am I free to go? I'll tell you a secret for saving me. In order to get into the room where Darunia went, you have to do something about the pillar stuck in the ceiling. Find a path that leads to a room above the ceiling right away. And then he lumbers his way on out. And there we go, we've saved our first Goron. So, also every time you save the Goron, they will have a chest inside of their cell, which will always contain the key. So, saving the Gorons is pretty much a necessary part of getting through the dungeon anyway. So, you know, even if you don't really want to, you really don't have a choice. So, he also mentioned that we need to do something about this big pillar here. As you can see, it leads all the way up there in this little slot for it. And that'll help us get across, but even if we could do something about it right now, we still couldn't get in. So, just a couple of things we need to keep in mind as we're going through here. But for now, since we picked up a small key, we can make our way back to the entranceway and across to the other locked door. And just ignore all the fire keys in the room. Alright, and here we are, the first sort of big puzzle room of the Goron... What is this? The Fire Temple. Yeah, that's right. I was going to call it the Goron Mines for a second. I thought we were playing Twilight Princess, I guess. But we've got a bunch of different ways we can go here. There's a locked door over there. There's a passageway over there with a block of time. And a suspicious wall. So first we're going to head over to this side right here. You can either choose to navigate the platforms. You can also walk along the boundary here. And you don't slide off or anything, so that'll protect you. But with the Goron tunic, you can actually walk around in the lava for a little bit. See, that long before you take damage. So you can really choose to just truck on through. It doesn't really matter. We're going to come over to this way first. We're going to ignore the block of time for a moment and head on in here. Because this is going to be another Goron cell. I'm not going to bother talking to all these guys because it takes forever. It makes this dungeon take like twice as long. They'll find their way out on their own, don't worry. But basically, they just each kind of give you clues on what you need to do next. So, since I already know what to do, I'll just let the guy find his way out on his own. He'll be fine. Alright, so let's head back out, and now we're going to... Oh, nope, I thought the camera would change, guess not. We're going to stand over here and move that block of time, because that'll give us access to another doorway. Alright, awesome. As you can see, it's right up there, and we can use the block to climb up, so that's good. Oh. Alright, oh, come on, open the thing, don't roll into it. There we are. Okay, so in here, we're going to immediately be confronted with a new scenario. these tiles are all flying at us, so we're going to pretty much just have to sit here and block. That's really the easiest way to take care of this. They're really not hard to do. I guess you could try to like stand out in the middle and actually hit them, but I think that's probably a bad idea. So we've also got a new enemy up there. You probably noticed the big wiggling mass in front of us. We can check it out with Navi, and she will say, "This is a like, an enemy that eats shields and certain clothes. Beat it quickly to get your gear back." Or you could just beat it from a distance with arrows, which is what I like to do. And that'll keep it from being able to eat you at all. I'm surprised I didn't hit. Okay, I don't know, it was invulnerable for a few minutes, that was weird, but anyway, yeah, if you run into it, it will sort of eat you up, and it'll steal, like, your shield and your different tunics, so you probably want to take those out from a distance. If they do get you, then once you defeat them, it'll give you all your stuff back, so it's really no big deal, but it's just kind of an inconvenience, because you do have to go back and equip it all again, so I just prefer not to have to deal with it. Also, if you don't have the Goron tunic equipped in this place, the little timer appears, much like it did in Death Mountain. So, you really want that in order to make this a lot less frustrating or, you know, stressful to get through, I suppose. It's still really not that hard, but... oh, wow, that was great. Yeah, so now we're going to come over here to this door on the side as the platform sinks down on me, which doesn't really matter. And there's a suspicious little wall right here. Now we can hit it, and... Hear that? It kind of makes a different sound. It normally sounds like this. So, there we go. That's kind of a clue to let us know that we can actually bomb this out, so I'm going to replace the hookshot with it. And, of course, we can go on through and through this door here, and I believe, yeah, this is just another cell, so that's good. Alright, so let's get the key behind this guy. Number 2, and now we can finally continue on. There's only one more way to go back out in this big room here. Most of the dungeon actually isn't like this. This is almost really the biggest room in the dungeon, pretty much. So take that for what it's worth. The rest of it's actually not that bad, but either way, this is the final doorway, so we need to continue on from here. Alright, so as you can see, we've got a big fire pillar thing sprouting up here. And eventually it'll go back down. Yep, there it goes. We're going to need to make our way up. Thankfully, we can climb this sort of wire fence here and get up on the top. After a little while. I guess I could have hook-shot it and made that a little faster, but oh well, no big deal. I got some keys hanging out, so it's probably a good idea to take these out. I'm going to switch to the hookshot because I'm running a little low on arrows, so just take them out with unlimited ammo. You know, might as well. Okay, come over here. We've got a block sitting here. We actually want to push this off because, well, I mean, if there's a block and you can push it, you might as well, right? And when we do that, we're going to drop it right on top of the little flame geyser that I pointed out earlier. And then as soon as it drops down, we want to jump onto it because as soon as the thing erupts again, as you can see, it works as kind of an elevator. I don't know exactly how that works. It's a pretty strong flame, but whatever. We'll just take that for what it's worth and continue on. Alright, this room. As you can see, there is a Goron in the cell here that we can't do anything with because the switch is on the other side there. So, he's just going to stay here for the time being. Can we speak to him? I guess we can. Please, don't eat me. If you eat something like me, you'll get a stomachache. You'll be sorry. Yeah, probably, I wouldn't doubt it. Alright, so we got a little puzzle to deal with here. There's some new enemies up here on these ledges. This is a fire torch slug, whatever. When the fire on its back is extinguished, it'll run away, destroy it before it relights. Basically, these guys aren't that tough. As you can see, they're not very aggressive. So, hit it once, the fire will go out. Hit it again, and it'll die. So, really easy to deal with. Of course, there's going to be quite a few of them around, though. Looks like this one's going to attack me. Yeah, see, it's really not that difficult. A quick spin is what I like to do. It'll take them out pretty quickly, so that's good. Okay, we come over, we've got a little diamond thing here. It turns out this is actually a switch, but we're not going to do anything with it yet. We're going to have to do a few more things first before we can actually activate it and get something useful out of it. We want to push this block down, jump over, and pull it towards the little indentation here with a face on it. And basically what we're doing is making sort of a platform so we can round the corner up on the second level. It's kind of divided into a bunch of different tiers. As you can see, there's the fourth, the third, the second, and then of course the ground level. So we are going to make our way around the corner here on the second tier. And there we are. And then of course there's some wire mesh here that we can climb up. So we can do that. This is going to bring us to the top, but as you can see, the way to climb up is blocked off by some flames here. So in order to deactivate those, we're going to have to jump down real quick and actually activate this switch. The easy way to do this is to drop a bomb and then just make your way up, because it doesn't stay deactivated for very long, as you'll soon see. So let's go ahead and climb up before they reappear. And see, the timer's already about to run out, so you pretty much have to do it that way, I believe. But now that we're up here, we can just continue on through the door and see what lies ahead. Now, oh yeah, this room. Alright, this is also a pretty big one. This is kind of like a sort of maze, quote-unquote, but it's also infested with boulders, as you can see, that kind of roll around. So we need to make our way through here, obviously, without getting run over. That would be kind of a bad thing. I think it only takes off like a fourth of a heart or a half of a heart or something, though, so it's really no big deal if you do get hit. Once we get here, you can probably hear the Skulltula, so we want to check this wall, and as you can hear, it's definitely bombable, so we do that. That'll open up a little alcove for us, and we can get our next Skulltula. Oh, I got hit. That sucked. Oh, that's an interesting view. Nice feet. Okay, so let's just continue on. This boulder maze really isn't that hard to navigate, because all you have to do is just go around the outside. Pretty much everything you need to accomplish can be done on the outside. There's a door here that we can go through, and we definitely need to, because it's another one of these Goron cells. So that'll get us another key. Alright, so let's go ahead and open that up. See, imagine how much longer this would be taking if I actually talked to the Gorons, you know? And they'd just be telling me useless information that I already know, and it would make this all take like twice as long. We're going to encounter a locked door here. We do have a key, but we actually want to ignore that door for now, because there's something else we can do around this way. So ignore that place, because that's a dead end. We come over here, and there's another Goron cell. We can open it up. This one's in kind of an interesting place. I think he has a better view than the rest of his buddies. You know, they're all just kind of looking at dark hallways, but he's got a nice open maze to look at, so that's kind of cool. I guess he can't really see much of it, though, but yeah, you got to admit that's a better view than just a wall, so, oh well, go figure. But now that we've picked up that key, we're going to backtrack to the other locked door that we passed up before. Let's go back. Probably going to get hit by a rock. Oh, no, never mind. I've got room. Alright, and then let's keep going through here. Now, here we've got a narrow bridge, so don't fall. If you do, you will end up all the way down there, and yes, that's actually like a place to land. That's not just, you know, you fall and then it resets you here. That'll go, I think, all the way back down to the first floor. So yeah, see, there's like the hallway for it, and then there's where you'd end up. I'm not sure exactly which room that is. I think that's the big room that had like the doors on each of the corners. That's hard to explain. It's the second big room we came to. Not Darunia's room, but then the next one. We've got a sealed door with a little eyeball switch, so we definitely need to shoot it. So let's get the arrows back out. 6. I need to pick up some more. I don't think I'm really going to need that many, but it's just nice to, you know, not be almost running out all the time. Okay, we can open up the sealed door and head through, and this is just kind of a little area here. We're going to explore this room in just a little bit, but for now, this door just leads to this treasure chest. And we get the dungeon map, so that's good. Now let's go on back, and we're going to head through the other door. Nope, seal's behind us. Pick up the recovery hearts if you want. I don't care. I'm only missing one, so no big deal. And we've used up all our keys again. Okay, now in this room we want to run up this little narrow bridge here, and once we land on this, and walk forward. Oh no, we're being chased by fire. So yeah, this seems like a big action-packed sequence, but really it's not hard at all. You have plenty of time to outrun this thing, so it's no big deal. Because this is where we need to be going, and if we look back, see the fire is way back there. It's no contest whatsoever, so I guess they just kind of do that to scare you or something, I don't know. There's the little area we were in earlier to get the dungeon map. For now, we just want to head on through this door. And we are now on top of the boulder maze, so that's kind of interesting. I got some more torch slugs to deal with here. That's kind of close. So let's go ahead and take them out. We've also got a gash here that Navi will explain to us. You can also make really annoying sounds by doing this. Isn't that just like one of the most annoying things you've ever heard? But anyway, let's see what she has to say. Link, I hear Goron voices down below. Really? Yep, so obviously we can probably bomb that out and go on down, but there's actually a couple things we want to do up here first. As you can see, there's a switch, so we need to be making our way across there. Just don't fall down or you'll have to make your way all the way back up here again, of course. So, unless that sounds fun to you, I would advise not to do it. So let's go ahead and get the switch. And that'll open a Goron cell way over there in the corner. He's also got kind of a cool view. I think he probably has the best cell, but I don't know, maybe that's just me. Whoa, that was really close. I didn't expect to go off at an angle like that. Alright, so let's just keep going over here. Wow, I'm making these jumps a lot harder than they are. Alright, and take out this torch slug, obviously, because it'll distract us while we're trying to get across. And jump our way out to him. And of course, he does hide a key in his cell, so that's good. We can pick that up. And now we're going to head back to the... see, I mean, look at this view. Isn't that awesome? I don't know. Maybe that's just me, but whatever. Alright, so yeah, now we're going to head back to the gash that we saw earlier. So let's just keep going. The boulders, you don't have to worry about it. It looks like they might kind of hit you whenever you're hanging off, but they don't. So you're really under no pressure here. So let's go back over here and bomb this thing out. I keep having to go to the inventory screen. Here we are. Alright, so let's make our way on down here. Let's kind of speed it up a little bit. There we go. Alright, and keep going, and I think this is, yeah, this is going to lead us to the Goron that we saw before. Remember I pointed out there was a Goron in a cell that we couldn't do anything about because the switch was on the other side? Well, this is the other side. So let's open up his chest, and if we want to go back now, we can. This will take us back to the room with multiple tiers with the crystal switch and everything, but we don't need to be doing anything back this way, so we're going to head back and just climb up this thing. And pretty soon here we're going to get to use the Scarecrow song once again in order to get some pretty cool gold sculptureless. So I always kind of like this place. I never really found it, of course, when I was a kid because, you know, you don't really think to look for those kinds of things. But then once I went through and did another like 100% playthrough, it's like, oh wow, this is a really neat little area. So we're going to come over here and jump across, and as you can see, Navi, well, okay, she didn't do it. Yeah, there she goes, flying up to that little platform up there. So, oh, come on. I was going too fast, and the right, I think, didn't register, but there you go. So I play the Scarecrow song, Pierre appears right there. That's a very interesting angle. We want to back up a little bit and get the hook shot out again. Man, I have to, every time I need to use something, I have to go into the inventory screen. It sucks. Oh, nope, up a little bit more. There we go, hook right onto his head, and that's good. So we go across here, and we can see there's another little platform here. We hook shot to it. And it works as an elevator and brings us up here, which I think is really awesome. Like, it took me a long while to actually find this room, so it's pretty neat. But it'll bring us up here with another door to go through. And we have a whole nother little side area. This isn't going to progress us any further in the dungeon, but it is going to help with some sculptureless. I don't think there's... Yeah, there's one up there, but not on this one. So let's just climb on up. And as you can see, there it is. So let's kill it. And grab the token and keep on going here. Alright, and in this room there is another Skulltula actually to pick up, so I guess you have two that you have to get here with the Scarecrow song, so oh, there you go. You can pick that up if you want. There is a switch over here. I guess we can press it to sort of show you what it does. It will deactivate some fire by the chest, but you kind of have to race against the clock to get to it, and it's kind of hard. So if you want it, it's 200 rupees. Obviously, I mean, look at my rupee count. I don't need it, so I'm just going to ignore it. But if you want it, it's there. And now we want to actually be dropping down. We're going to take some damage here, but this is the fastest way to continue on. So just make sure you're lined up with a platform and drop on down. Wow, okay, that was close. I thought maybe doing the jump attack would keep me from taking damage, but I guess not, and it almost knocked me off in the process. That's awesome. I guess we can pick up the recovery hearts now since they might be of mild use. There we are. And make our way back across. I'm never comfortable with this room. I always feel like I'm going to fall. It doesn't help that the camera makes you look down, you know. But, alright. There we are. So we're going to come back here, and this is going to be the flame-chasing room. Remember this one. We actually do need to come back here to progress the dungeon anyway, so it's good that it went ahead and took us here. Man, I'm just falling off this thing, aren't I? Alright, so we want to come back up here. You can probably see the locked door up there. It was between the A and B buttons there. That's where we're going next. So we want to make our way across. And what you can do is just stay over here, point yourself this way, and then jump to it. It seems like you can't make it, but you'll grab onto it. And then we can go through the locked door. Now I've got a nice little hallway here. Serves no purpose whatsoever, but for some reason I love it. I don't know, it just adds to the atmosphere or something, you know. It's a completely useless room, but I just think it's cool that they would design little rooms like that, you know. Alright, and this is also another big puzzle type room here. I can see there's a bunch of pillars up on either side. First we're going to head over to the right. Navi's going to point something out here. Being attacked by a fire case. Okay, well, that'll work. Alright, so let's see what she's got to say. You can see down from here. Isn't that the room where we saw Darunia? Let's see. I think so. I don't know. I have no idea. But assuming it is, you can see the pillars kind of hanging down there, so it seems like it would be. And this is where it sort of stops. So we're definitely going to be sort of solving that puzzle here. But there's a lot of things we need to do first. So if we head through here, these pillars, random ones have, well, not random, but, whoa, different ones have, like, fire that comes up between them, so you can't go through. So it's kind of like a little maze you have to find your way around. So you pretty much just have to go around that one pillar. It's no big deal. You can come into this door, and there's a chest on the other end of the hall. And it contains the compass, so it's good. And we've now got our whole map filled out there, which is nice. It's always good to have that. You feel a lot more comfortable with where you're going. Whoa, giant rock in my face.